Mantra by Jennie surpassed the 300 million streams mark on Spotify. It is the third and fastest Jennie song to reach that number on the platform. Earthquake by Jisoo has now surpassed 90 million plays on YouTube Music. It is the second most played 2025 song by a Korean artist. Rosé and Bruno Mars Apathy remains at number 1 for a 21st week on United World Chart with 356,000 points. It also becomes the first song by a K-pop act to surpass 11 million points. Apathy is back at number 1 on YouTube United States Daily Top Music Videos chart. Apathy has now spent 90 days at number 1, the most for any music video on the said YouTube US Daily chart. Videos with the most days at number 1 on YouTube United States Daily Top Music Videos since the chart launched in 2023. Rockstar by Lisa remains the fastest solo song by a K-pop female soloist to reach 100 million streams on Spotify in just 23 days. Rosé and Bruno Mars Apathy returns to number 1 on the worldwide iTunes Songs chart for a 119th day, extending its record as the longest-running number 1 song by a K-pop act in history. It's now tied with Miley Cyrus' Flowers as the longest-running number 1 this decade. Jennie's Like Jennie officially enters the top 50 on this week's published US pop radio chart. It is the second solo song from Ruby to chart at the format. Jennie's Like Jennie has reached a new peak of 9 on United World Chart with 176,000 points. Jennie has reached a new all-time peak of 50 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Also, Jennie reaches a new peak of 226 million monthly audience on YouTube Music, currently the fifth biggest monthly audience for K-pop artist. Jennie's Mantra and Lisa's New Women have been added to the Grammys' official Women's History Month 2025 playlist. More women, more music, celebrating their impact in music. Rosé becomes the fastest K-pop female act to reach 1.1 billion streams on Spotify in a single calendar year. Rosé and Bruno Mars Apathy has reached 1.4 billion views on YouTube, becoming the fastest Asian act music video in history to achieve this in just 164 days, breaking the record for the fastest Asian act music video to reach 1.4 billion views and fifth fastest music video overall in history to achieve this. Jennie's Like Jennie has now surpassed 100 million streams on Spotify. It's the second song from Ruby and her sixth song overall to reach this milestone and becomes the fastest song released in 2025 by an Asian act to surpass 100 million streams on Spotify. Lisa's alter ego has surpassed 1.25 billion streams on Spotify counter. Jisoo has now surpassed 800 million streams across all credits on Spotify in 728 days, with only 7 tracks under her profile. She is the fastest Korean female soloist to reach this milestone. Fastest Korean female soloist to surpass 800 million streams across all credits on Spotify. Like Jennie's surpasses Abracadabra by Lady Gaga to become the longest female solo song to stay in the top 10 of Spotify global charts this year. Jennie becomes the first and only K-pop female soloist to surpass 7.1 billion streams on digital music streaming platforms worldwide. Jennie's Ruby sells 2 million units worldwide in just 3 weeks, making it the fourth best-selling album of 2025. An Extral by Jennie ranked 5th in the top 15 best K-pop and rap collaboration of all time by Complex. Jennie has now surpassed 800 million streams on Spotify in 2025, and Jennie becomes the first K-pop female soloist to spend over 900 cumulative days on Spotify global chart. Like Jennie by Jennie becomes the biggest third week on global Spotify weekly chart for a K-pop female solo song surpassing Moonlit Floor, and Mantra becomes the third song streamed 2024 song by a female K-pop soloist on Spotify, surpassing New Women, and Like Jennie by Jennie ties with Money as the longest charting solo song by a K-pop female soloist on official New Zealand singles chart in history. Apathy remains at number 2 on the global Spotify chart with 5 million streams. Apathy stays at number 1 on the global YouTube Top Music Videos chart for a 23rd week with over 36 million views. Additionally, Rosé Toxic Till the End has surpassed 1.8 million unique listeners on Melon. Apathy is now the fifth most streamed song by a K-pop act in history on Spotify, surpassing Coldplay and BTS My Universe. Jennie's Like Jennie charts at 10 on the global Spotify with 3 million streams. It's the longest running 2025 song by a K-pop act in the top 10. Jennie's Like Jennie has surpassed 1 million unique listeners on Melon, becoming the second song from Ruby to do so. Jennie's Ruby ranks at 8 on the global Spotify weekly top albums chart. It's the only album released in 2025 by an Asian act to spend multiple weeks in the top 10. Handlebars by Jennie and Dua Lipa becomes the ninth most streamed song by a K-pop act released in 2025 on Spotify, surpassing FUTW by Lisa. Longest charting albums by K-pop soloist on the German album charts.